Hey babes, if you want to know how I went from looking like this to this, keep on watching this makeup tutorial.
But I'll be on it always, always and forever.
Hey babes, so I just realized I completely forgot to film an intro, but it's your girl Sid. In this video, I'm going to show you how I got this beautiful soft glam everyday makeup look, so stay tuned. Okay, before I start any makeup, you always do your skin prep. So you start by washing your face, go in with your toners, your serums, and make sure you moisturize. Also, please wear sunscreen, y'all. The sun can do more damage than good, so make sure you're just taking care of your skin. So let's get started. Okay, so my favorite toner is the glycolic exfoliating toner by Good Molecules. I love a lot of their skincare. Personally, my skin is dry, so I make sure I heavy moisturize any way possible. So my makeup could be so smooth and so seamless. So yeah, I just take the toner on a pad, wrap it around. Then I go with my hyaluronic acid by Good Molecules as well. Like I said, y'all, I'm dry, so any moisture I can get, I take it. And I just apply this on my fingers and just rub throughout my face. This is my favorite moisturizer. It is so thick. I'm gonna show y'all. Like, it's thick. And I feel like that's why my face be looking so moisturized and put together. This stuff is amazing. It's amazing. So my skin prep is all done, so now it's actually time to get started in the makeup. I'm gonna try my best to include the names of everything and where I got everything from, but I do work at Ulta, y'all, so that's pretty much where I got everything from, with a few things from Sephora. But yeah, everything's mainly from Ulta. I work there, so I get a discount. Y'all already know, so yeah. Okay, to start, this is my favorite primer. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. They have a pink one and the blue one. What's the difference between the two, y'all? I don't know, but it's crazy because when I first bought the blue one, I did not like it. I felt like the pink one is so much better, and it's supposed to be the same thing, so y'all, I really don't know. But I just take this and I literally just apply this all over my face. I like this primer specifically because I feel like it really grips the makeup and keeps the makeup in place. And a quick little tip or hack that I do, I put it in my brows, and this works as the best brow gel or holder to hold my brows throughout the day, and I can really shape them up. I kind of pat and rub it in to make sure it's secure, you know? Make sure it is in there. Primer is sitting and getting really nice and tacky. I like to start my brows first. I used to be do my brows in between my routine or just do it at the end, but recently I've been doing them first, so yeah. For the brow pencil, it's the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. I normally buy the NYX one in the shade Ebony, but I got this one as gratis at Ulta, so kind of just putting it to use because it was free, so it's like I gotta use it. So I like to just go in with the spoolie part and just shape up my brows. I don't have the best brows. Y'all, growing up during that quarantine phase, I used to put slits on my eyebrows, and I feel like ever since my brows do not grow back properly. They look so stupid sometimes. But yeah, I just shape them up however you like your shape. That's usually what I go for. And then I take the super skinny tip part and I just kind of fill it in wherever I feel like I really need that. So yeah, just go through and do that. I never understand why when I be watching beauty influencers, why they never do their brows on camera. Especially when I was first learning how to do makeup, because y'all, I had the big blocky brows, the what they call it, the 2016 brows, because when I first started doing brows, I used what was I using? I think I was using a Morphe palette eyeshadow to do my brows, which was girl, what were you thinking? But yeah, I was using that, and they were so big and bulky, not cute. So I've definitely learned since then. I like to mainly focus on drawing a line at the bottom and then just fill out in between wherever I feel like I need it. But mainly just getting that bottom shape nice and crisp. My eyebrows are very much not twins but sisters, but that's okay because that's when the concealer comes in, and we're going to even it up, and I promise you it's going to look a lot better. So for my eyebrow concealer, I don't use nothing fancy. This is just the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 40, which is caramel. This has been my go-to concealer. I first started using this concealer when I first started doing makeup, and like I just ain't never switched up on it. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand because I feel like it's easier to control. This brush, y'all, if I'm being honest, I have no clue what the brand is. I got it off Amazon, but it's just a little like small round head flat brush, which I think is the best for my eyebrows personally when doing the shape. So I just put a little bit on the front and the back of the brush, and then you just carve out. So you start from underneath, cleaning up that shape. So wherever you messed up, you can definitely clean it. Or if you have any little hairs, which I do because my eyebrows are so overgrown, and I just use that to clean them up. And it's pretty much the same process, cleaning up the top, just carving it out till you get it how you like it. Okay, so that's just as symmetrical as they're gonna get. They don't have to be perfect, y'all. I promise you, it's not that serious. So then I just go out with a random beauty blender, and I just blend them out. Honestly, y'all, when it comes to beauty blenders, I buy cheap ones from like TJ Maxx in a pack for like $7. I know a lot of people invest in high quality sponges, but honestly, they all do the same thing to me. A sponge is a sponge. So just blending out that extra concealer. And then for the last step, I go on with this Benefit 24-hour brow setter, and I just put this on to just really make sure that my brows do not move throughout the day and they're still cute. So it's like flat and it has combs on the side. So what I do is I brush it with the flat side like this, just brushing the product on there, and then I'll go back in with the little like combs and then kind of just shape it. And yeah, that's pretty much my brows. They're not the best, but I promise you in the end, it all comes together. Okay, so I've been letting that concealer sit in my skin, so it's time to start my complexion. So I go in with the Rihanna Skin Tint. It's called the Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint Drops, whatever. I love this. This is my holy grail. I don't wear foundation, but I feel like this still gives me the look of foundation, and everything still comes together, and it gives full bead, you know, the grows up. So I just put a few drops on the back of my hand. Like I said, I feel like it's easier to control the product when I put it on the back of my hand. And then I just go in with an e.l.f. brush. It's double-sided. It's called the e.l.f. Complexion Duo. When blending out any type of complexion product, especially like foundation, skin tint, always go for a thicker, like denser brush. It really helps buff it into the skin. So I just go from the back of my hand, dip some in there, and I just place a few dots on my face. And then I really just like pat it in. You don't really want to drag or swipe it because you'll get streaks. So just really pat the product in your face. And also try to avoid your under eyes because you're going to put concealer there. Too much product, it'll get built up, and that's how y'all look cakey. Your under eyes creasing is not giving. So just really try to avoid that when putting your foundation and your concealer on. I mean, your foundation or your skin tint. And I am a firm believer in makeup on the forehead. I don't care what anyone says. We can see it, that it's not on your forehead. Put the makeup on your forehead, please. Just do it. I promise you, you don't look crazy. And I really like that product because you see a little goes a long way, and it's still like giving coverage without doing too much. And it's so light, y'all. It feels like literally nothing is on my face. After that, I like to do my concealer placement. I think you should let your concealer sit for a little bit before you blend it in to get the most coverage. So I go in with two different concealers. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. This is the shade 13. It is the lightest concealer I use because I do like a little bit of a bright under eye, just to add some contrast to my face. And then my second concealer is just that same Fit Me concealer I use for under my eyebrows in the same 40, and I just place that as well. I wear a lot of concealer. I know the girlies are only doing like a little here, a little there. That does not work for me. Give me all the concealer possible. Okay, so now this step is something relatively new. I just started doing. So, like I said, y'all, I work at Ulta. I get a lot of free stuff. They gave me this. This is like not my color. It's too dark. So recently, I've just been using it like contour or bronzer. So I just put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. Like y'all can see, that's definitely not my color. I don't even know how I got this one. But I kind of just use this, and a little bit of this does go a long way. So I usually like to pat majority of it on the back of my hand because I'm not using all of that. But just pat that off so it's like little to none on my brush. My brush is dirty, so it looks dark, but I promise it's not that much. And then just kind of lightly tap. Start here on my cheekbones, just to add some dimension and color to my face. So I'm not just one color, because that's not cute. Like realistically, who is one color, y'all? When you're doing your makeup, you're gonna have different color products. It's okay. But yeah, I just recently started doing this because I'm like, I don't want to waste this product they gave me, so we're gonna find a use for it. So kind of just using it as like a contour shade. And while I'm doing this, I like to let my concealer sit. So just about like a minute or two or so, let that concealer sit in my skin so when I blend it out, it's full coverage. Ooh, I didn't even tell y'all the name of this. This is the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation Broad Spectrum with SPF 25 in the shade WN 118 Amber. I forgot to say that. And then I have any little, I'll like contour my nose. I'm really not good at contouring my nose, and I really don't like the way it looks because, I don't know, y'all ever seen people contour their nose and it be like muddy looking almost? I hate that, so just a little bit, not too much, because I'm really not good at this. Okay, so it's time to blend out my concealer, but I always like to get my powder ready on standby. Recently, I've been using the One Size powder and Sweet Honey. This is one of the products I did get from Sephora specifically, so I had to pay full price, y'all. But I got this powder during Black Friday. No, actually, I got it from the One Size website, but I got it during Black Friday when it was on sale because y'all never tried the setting spray. The setting spray is amazing. Only thing I don't like about this, it comes out so messy. Like I just spilled so much of that on the floor, y'all. Like I hate this cap and the left. The powder is good, but the packaging needs to be changed. So yeah, I just put my powder in this little container, let it sit. So when I get ready to blend this out, we can put the powder on ASAP. So recently I've been blending my concealer out with a brush because the girlies say the brush gives more full coverage, but y'all, I'm a sponge girly all the way for concealer, so I usually just do both. I go through with the brush first to really just blend it out and then go on top with the sponge to make sure it's really nice and set in place. So yeah. Another hack I have for people, a lot of people say like their makeup be looking like really cakey or not so smooth. Besides the skin prep, sometimes you might have to shave your face. And I know you're like, what, girl, shave my face? Yes, I shave my face I wouldn't say frequently, maybe every like 3 months, I would say. I do go in and shave my face because I see a difference when there's no hair on my face that my makeup lays a lot smoother. When you're building out your concealer, just take your time to make sure there's no harsh lines, everything is blended out seamlessly, just to get like the best results. Okay, see, this is what I mean when I say I still need a sponge when I blend it out, because yes, I just blended that out with the brush, but it doesn't look that thin. Blend it in. So this is when I just go in with my sponge and really just pat that excess product in the skin. And I know y'all might be like, girl, that's a lot of concealer, but I promise y'all, it makes me look so smooth and airbrushed. And then think, I don't wear foundation. Like I said, I am a skin tint girly, so the concealer really comes in and gives me that extra coverage. You see how I kind of just blended that in compared to when we just started? It's definitely looking more blended in. Just taking my time and really just tapping it in. Please be light-handed. It may look like I'm being harsh. I promise y'all I'm not. Light taps. And that's why I really love this sponge, because I feel like it's going to get that product in the skin seamlessly. So this is when you want to get your powder. I like powder puff. If you don't use powder puff, you can use a sponge, you can use a brush, but I think the powder puff is the best. I'm going to tap my powder puff in there, get some product, and I like to smooth it on the back of my hand so it's even and flat. And then just go underneath. So I do one light coat of just pressing that powder in on top of the concealer, and then I'll go back in and bake. I don't know about y'all, but I love a good bake. Bake is gonna make that powder stay on all day. Product is gonna last. Like, it's gonna get baked, y'all, bake. But yeah, just pressing that in on all the spots. I just put that concealer. I really do like this powder. It is really yellow for my complexion, but once I add on my other powders, I feel like it just evens itself out. But yeah, I have a little bit left in here. I try to use everything that I pour out. So this is when I'm gonna go in and bake more so. So just letting that powder just really just sit on top and not necessarily pushing it in. So I'll just like that, and leave the powder sitting like that. I know a lot of people don't like baking, which is fine. You don't have to, as long as you get that powder in there, but I'm gonna always bake. Okay, so while I let that powder just sit on my face, I next go in with a pressed powder. Some people do foundation powder, but like I said, I don't do foundation. Pressed powder, this is the Fit Me by Maybelline, their pressed powder in the shade 355 Coconut. You can see this is Love by me. It's my favorite. I have a few different shades, but I use this one, which is a little bit darker than my complexion, to really just add some contrast to my face. And then I go in with this big fluffy brush. It's a Real Techniques number 400. It says it's for blush, but I don't use it for that. So I'll just go in like this, light hand, and then just tap it where pretty much if I was wearing foundation, where the foundation would be. So mainly like my cheeks and this part of my face. Just help that add some color. Because like I said, that powder is really yellow and really brightening. So we just want to tone some of the areas down and keep the under eye, the brightness focus. After that, I do go in with bronzer, really lightly though, because I'm not that good at it. This is the Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade medium. I love this bronzer. I love this brand in general. It comes with 2 shades. In the winter time, I use this one more, and in the summer, I use this color more. I feel like it's too warm for me right now in the winter. So we're gonna use the top one, and I go in with this thick, dense brush. It's from Real Techniques. It's number 200. It says it's the Expert Face Brush. I love Real Technique brushes, y'all, especially if you're a beginner and you just need brushes, but you don't know which ones to get or which is for what. Their brushes tell you exactly. But of course, you can use a brush however you want, whatever is fit for you. But like when I was first getting into makeup, these brushes are the best. And they're affordable. I had these brushes for a while. They clean nicely and they hold up. So definitely recommend. So if you remember earlier when I put on the darker like foundation as my contour, I'm just following wherever that was, and that's why I put this powder. Put a little bit on my nose. Like I told y'all, I'm not the best at nose contour, but just a little bit. Okay, so now I go back in with that powder puff that I used to do my loose powder, and I just go in and press the rest of that in. Keep me nice and bright underneath. And I do like to bring it up on the side of my nose to really get that like snatched nose look without doing too much contouring. Okay, now on to my favorite part, which is just the little finishing touches. So first I like to go in with some bottom mascara. I do already have lashes on, so if you don't have them, this is where you can usually do your lashes or whatever you're gonna do. But I already have my lashes on. If you want to know what lashes I use, actually, it's just these Kiss Impress, what is it called? Kiss Impress Press On False Lashes in the style curly. I love these because you don't need glue, because I don't know how to put on false strips. I never learned how to do that. So these are amazing. They don't need glue, and you just stick on this. Beautiful. But after that, that is when I go in with my mascara. Currently using the Benefit Fan Fest mascara. I love any Benefit mascaras. They are phenomenal. I don't care what anyone says. They're the best. Like, look at this wand. It's like perfect. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and do a little bottom mascara. Okay, after my mascara, I like to do little like fake moles or dots. I know a lot of people put them wherever they get pimples, but I just think they're so cute, and I've been doing it for years. So I just use the e.l.f. liquid liner. I don't even know what it's called. It's so old, but it just looks like this. And I do a really big one right here. Y'all, it's so funny. Like, some people see me with this almost every day. Like, even if I don't wear makeup, I'll put these on. And they were like, are these real? And I'm like, girl, no, this is fake eyeliner. But like, yeah, they just really just add something. I don't know if you can see this camera, but they just really add the look together. So then I'm gonna go in my second favorite setting spray. It's the One Size On Till Dawn. This stuff is so strong. It feels like hairspray, but your makeup gonna be on all day. Like, I wore this on prom, makeup lasted. Mind y'all, I am gonna work a shift at Ulta today. I have a 3 to 8. I think it's like 9 o'clock right now. So I'll do an update for y'all too if I want to see how long my makeup held up for the day. But yeah, just shake it. Oh, so strong, y'all. It literally is like hairspray, but it gets the job done. Like, no complaints. Now onto my favorite part, which is lips. I love lips. I love lip gloss, anything of the sort. I have numerous pencils and different glosses, but here's the lip combo for today. I'm going with the NYX lip pencil in Shade Espresso. I'm just gonna sharpen it. Now my lips are already big and full, but I do overline just a little bit. I don't like my Cupid's bow, so I normally go for just like a curved top. But yes, I usually just bite down on my top lip to smooth it out and then draw the line. Okay, nothing too crazy. And then just pretty much the same thing with my bottom lip. Okay, pretty much like that. Now you can smudge it out or blend it, but sometimes I'll just go like, and that's pretty much it. Recently, I've been using the Fenty Gloss Cream in the shade Fenty Glow. I also really like NYX Butter Gloss and Morphe's Drip Glass Lip Gloss, but this has recently been my go-to. And they smell so good, y'all. Like, all Rihanna lip glosses, I love her products. I really want to try her new concealer she just came out with. Hoping we get like a little good discount on it. So I might buy that and review for y'all. Also, one of my biggest things this year, I really want to learn how to do eyeshadow. So, as y'all know, like, I really skip it. I might just put a little bit of my bronzer in my lid, but I'm not an eyeshadow girly. But I want to learn. But like, this color on me is just so pretty. And then I go on my handy dandy Beauty Supply lipstick gloss. I know a lot of people hate this because it's so sticky, but it's never done me wrong. Like, I'm never switching up. It's like, this is shiny, but it's not enough. When I put this on, it's gonna be like, bam. Okay, it really sets it all off. I love a little glossy lip. So anyway, the finished look, I'm gonna do my hair. We're gonna come back so we can really like get into the beat.